String Saturday. Good morning, guys. How you guys doing? So, a lot of guitars to get to today. This is an Epiphone, and this is an SG Pro. And so it's got the trapezoid inlays. It's got the covered humbuckers, chrome cover, and it has the bat wing pickguard. So, let's get this thing going. Busy day today. Let's plug it in. Let's see if she makes noise. Good. That always helps when they make noise. Now, all three of these guitars today are guitars that have been lying around here for a month or so. And they all need restrung. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and get these strings off of here. Just looking at this tailpiece, I guess that looks good. The neck on this, the fingerboard, looks really dirty. Okay, so to clean the fretboard, a couple drops of Music Nomad F1 oil, petroleum free, and this stuff cleans, and 100% natural oils, cleans and conditions and protects. So I put some of that on there because honestly this is one of the most important parts of buying a used guitar, is if it's nice and clean and if it looks new. If it's not some old vintage piece, you know, it has to look nice and new. And I can see a lot of DNA from somebody's fingers on here. So, this honestly might not even be enough to get this off of here. So let's try this. We're going to put a little bit more on. I said more on. We're going to put a little bit more of this on here. And I'm going to take my old toothbrush that I have down here. And let's just see what this technique does for a little while. So I played this guitar a lot, but the frets still look good. I don't see any fret wear. So maybe it was just somebody played the guitar a lot and never washed their hands before they play. It's important to wash your hands before you play. So it's just a lot of dirt on here. Okay, so now I'll go back to taking my rag and seeing how it looks. There we go. That looks better. Then I'm going to take my fretboard guard and with a little 1000 grit sandpaper that I have folded over, we're just going to hit these frets couple of swipes. And this will polish these frets, make them look nice and clean, nice and bright. Then I put some furniture polish on here. And I'm just going to try to shine this up. Okay. Let's grab some strings and let's throw some strings on it. Today's string choice. Okay, Ernie Ball, regular slinky, 10 through 46. Ernie Ball strings made in USA. Headquarters out of Coachella, California. So instead of one string at a time, I'm going to run all 6 strings through here. Alright, let me go ahead and we'll put the tuner on here. I just use these Snark headstock tuners. And we're going to tune this to standard tuning. Okay, and then I always stretch the strings out a little bit. So put one hand here to protect the nut and just stretch them out. And you can tug on some of these, you know, you can get firm with them, but when you're on the G string, the B string, and especially that high E string, you got to be kind of delicate with that. I always kind of stretch up here on the top of the nut too. So again, this guitar is for sale. So if you're a local guy and you come in the shop, it should be sitting here. All right, there's the first one for today. Let's move on and get the second one on the bench. Okay, here we go. This is another Epiphone SG. And it's got some old strings on it. They kind of look like they're sort of fading. The color on the strings is sort of fading away. But this does have the trapezoid inlays. It has the binding. It's got the chrome covered humbuckers. And it's got the bat wing pick guard. So very much like the last guitar. So we've got 2 in a row now of basically the same guitar. The electronics seem to be working properly. Yeah, but some of these strings on here, the A string, you can kind of see that the coating on the string, it's not so much silver anymore. It looks like it's turning copper. So these strings have to come off. I restring 90% of the used guitars that I get in here, I restring. The nut feels nice on this guitar. Seems like it's glued in place nicely, and it feels really good up against the binding and everything right here. So let's just rip these babies off of here. The Fret ends feel good on this guitar. This fingerboard is very light in its color. So I'm going to guess that it's like a Pal Faro type of fingerboard wood or something. Some sort of conglomerated, fake wood. Because it's definitely not any type of rosewood that I've ever seen. Or, it's definitely not ebony. Ebony is black. Just do this just to shine it up and get those frets looking good. Yeah, so again, this fingerboard, some guys might like that. It's got some deep grain in it. Okay. Bling, and just put a dent in it. Alright, so let me just wipe the headstock off a little bit. This guitar is in really, really gorgeous condition. So I'm going to spray a little Music Nomad on here. And we'll just sort of wipe this down, get some of the fingerprints off of it. Set neck construction. Real pretty guitar. Very Angus Young if you have a fan of the AC/DC. Really nice. Affordable version. Angus. Alright, let's get some strings for this one. Today's string choice. Okay, this beauty is getting Ernie Ball 10 through 46, 10 gauge strings. And the stop piece clicks right into place, which is really nice. I could top wrap this thing, that would be kind of fun. Some guys worry about the back of the string hitting the back of the bridge. So I'm going to raise this up a little bit. Alright, 36 gauge. Nice low one there. Now the string has a lot of room, so it's not leaving the back of the bridge. So we're good. Alright guys, well we will do this though real quick. Let's tune it up here and double check our intonation. Okay, so when you got all the strings tuned, then what we do is we just put our finger down on the 12th fret and see if she's still in perfect tune. That looks good. The low E string looks good. Here's our A string. Looks real good. Here's our D string. This thing looks perfect. Our G string. A little tiny bit sharp. B string. Little tiny bit sharp. Our E string is right on. So these could be pulled back just a little bit for perfect intonation. This guitar already plays great, but I'm going to go ahead. Let's check and see how much relief is in the neck. She looks good. Here's what we got to do in this video. We got to move on to the next guitar. So here we go. Okay, third guitar and the final guitar of this episode. What? Another Ibanez Epiphone SG Pro.
You know, it occurred to me while I was stuck in the drive-thru line that 3:30 on a Friday is a bad time to go to that McDonald's.
All right, so yeah, you run your finger underneath here. You can feel a little bit of dirt. Yeah, pretty bad. Let's plug it in. Let's test the electronics. Very nice. So, yeah, there's 3 of them here. And they all need the same thing, a new set of strings. So I'm going to get right into it. Pull these things off. So it's kind of strange, but last week's Saturday restring video, it was all Squires. This week's video, all Epiphone SGs. It just accidentally ended up this way. Get these old strings off of here. Alright, the fretboard on this one looks nice and clean already. But we'll still put a couple of drops of some of that F1 oil on there. Just to clean it. A lot of guys like the looks of a real dark fingerboard. It doesn't bother me that much. This, to me, it looks good. I'm going to put some furniture polish on it. And there's the guys, I know, there's the guys that say, do not use furniture polish. This guitar is in nice condition. All 3 of these today have been nice. And all 3 of them I own, and I'm going to put them up for sale. I have a used guitar shop in case any of you guys were interested or wondering who the hell is this guy. My guitar shop is called ZIMM'S Guitars with a Z, that is ZIMM'S, because my last name is Zimmerman. And all my bandmates throughout the years, they've always called me Zim, so I'm kind of used to that. And so it turned out to be the name of my store. And I restring guitars, and I buy, sell, and trade guitars. Let's get a pack of strings on this thing. Here we go. Today's string choice. Ernie Ball regular slinkies. All 3 of these guitars are getting the same strings on here. Ernie Ball 10s. 10 through 46. America's favorite guitar string. Alright, let's take a look And see if the neck is nice and flat on this one. Looks awesome. So we'll stretch these strings out a little bit. And thank you guys for watching. If you're this far into the video, thank you very much. Means you love watching somebody restring guitars. And that is a cool thing. There's a lot of pretty messed up stuff going on in the world. And it gives you a chance to just relax and, you know, mess around with guitars for a little while. It gives you guys a chance to see what guitars I have in the store and what is coming up for sale. A lot of these videos that I do, though, are customer guitars. But this kind of gives you a chance of what I got my hands on. You know, you get to see all this stuff. So I appreciate you guys for watching. I'm getting very, very close to 10,000 subscribers. If you guys would hit the like and subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. And everybody have a great day. And thanks again for watching.